Hey, Snickers, back in the house, back in the house, back in the house. Yeah, I'm not outside, I'm indoors. Okay, a bit earlier this evening, one of my buds from across the pond was having problems scanning a document in Linux Lite using the Simple Scan. Okay, the Simple Scan on the whole is quite simple, okay, but sometimes it's not. Remember, Linux can be really, really picky on some hardware and some installations. That's all I'm going to say. So, there's having problems over here, and they couldn't get a document to scan correctly, okay? Couldn't get it to scan correctly, which, can happen sometimes. I've never had this problem myself before. Now, they're using 300 by 300 as their default resolutions, okay? Which should normally get the job done. But remember, if I just get that one down, in the Simple Scan, you do get several options, okay? So default on mine, which is a Hewlett-Packard, really old, this one's really old now, it's a combined scanner printer. The default is 150 for text and 300 for photo. Now when I'm scanning, I don't actually use that. I normally go up to at least 300, but we're going to go to 600 now, okay? We're going to 600, okay? It's not the super high one, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, they were saying the images they were scanning were washed out. Well, the first thing I would do is go down on the brightness slightly, like so, if I could. Let me guess, slightly. And up on the contrast. Okay. Right, the second thing to do would be, if we go back to scanning, where are we? I need to go to a different thing here. I need size, doesn't I? So that's okay. That's okay. We don't want to scan over that. If we go to document again and scan again, and I've just got to find where I need to go. Hang on. I've already been there, haven't I? Okay. Call it again. No. Here we go. Page size, okay. Now, normally, everybody scans on automatic. Now, here in Europe, on the other side of the pond, our main size of paper is A4, okay, A4. In the States, I'm not sure what the size is, but it's going to be really, really similar. So it might be letter or legal even. But the piece of document I've got to scan and show you how to scan it is an A5. So if I go to A4 first, I'm going to close that and I'm going to click on scan. Okay. Now it's going to take its time. I'm going to have a bit of drinkage. It's now November, which is super duper. And you can probably hear the scanner in the background. Now, as you can see, as it's going down the old scanner, remember this one is really, really old. We bought this printer, got to be at least 11 years ago. Still going fine, scans okay. You only need them occasionally, okay? Well, we only need them occasionally. We are thinking of upgrading to a wireless printer, but hey, let's see how it goes. But this is in 600, and it's scanning A4, okay? Or automatic, or whatever. And this is the size it's going to scan. That's not what we really want, is it, okay? But I have changed some of the settings. And it looks super duper. So far, yeah. It's doing its job. Now, bearing in mind, if you go up to a higher resolution, it's going to take a lot longer to scan your document. So we need to enter our document here. This is something I use for school, by the way, just in case you was interested, but you're not. Hey, doesn't really matter. We'll wait for it to scan the blank parts of the document, because there's no document there. It's just the scanner bed, basically. And we're going down and down and down. It's a bit time. Oh, and nearly there, and we're done. Okay, so the scanner's gone back up. The scanner bed's gone back up. It's really good. Right, this is A5, okay? It's not A4. So if we go back to document and our preferences, and we go to A5, now this will be the same as if you had a letter or a legal document. It's all going to be the same. So I'm going to close that. We'll keep it at 600 and we're going to scan again. So we're doing 2 scans on 1 page. Can you see? Now, for a start, it's going a lot quicker because it knows the size we're doing. So keeping it automatic or A4 all the time is not really the way to go, is it? When you think about it. Okay. Now, I can't remember if I had changed the contrast on this. Now, I've tried this several times tonight, and I've not had any problems whatsoever. So maybe the old guys from the other side of the pond, maybe the scanner's on the way out. Remember, sometimes the older hardware does last a lot longer. Newer stuff just doesn't seem to last. But can you see how much faster that's scanning to the same DPI? Okay. And I'm going to do another one for you in a minute, once that's finished. Okay. There it goes. So we've done that one in automatic, or A4. And this one we've done in the A5. Okay. So if we go back to document, and we go back to preferences, I'm going to give it A5. Go back to quality. But this time we're going to go to high res. Okay. And this one of high res too. We're going to make the contrast a bit more, so it should stand out a bit more. Whether it will or not, I don't know, because of the age of the scanner. And we're going to scan again. You ready? Here we go. From the scan. And it's making lots of noise. That belt must be really old. Maybe I might as well just keep it, okay. The printer cost is quite cheap. Now, bearing in mind, we're doing it at 1200 now. Will it be able to do it? Let's find out. Oh yeah, it's gone quiet. So it should be scanning. Now can you see how slow that is scanning? But the resolution will be an awful lot higher. So anyway, while we're waiting for that one to scan, can you see I've got a little red bar? Update notifier. There was an update for GIMP today. Unfortunately, it breaks all the plugins. Okay. So we're going to leave that one for a bit. I'll open it for you and show you. Show updates. I'll just do that for you. And this is the library, okay? It doesn't want to install. Okay, so we'll click on install. It tries to do it. It's broken. So I'm going to click OK, and I'll go back to Synaptic Package Manager to fix that. Okay, so I unbreak the package, and then go back and try and reinstall it. But it's not worth doing it. So if I go down to technical description, when it bothers to come up, which it's not at the moment. Anyway, it breaks the plugins on GIMP. Now I've got an awful lot of plugins for GIMP. Okay, so I'm going to set that to remind me later. I'll give that another, give it 2 days. That should sort it out. Or I may have to take out all my plugins and start again. All depending. That's one of the troubles when you've got PPAs. Now, as you can see, this one is higher contrast. Now, on my screen, this is a 1080p screen. It's not a 4K screen. I can see a bit more red, a bit more pink over here. Is this more pronounced? I'm not sure. I can't be too sure, to be honest with you. But let's just wait and see. But it's a big difference from this one over here. So I've got this area to do. It's super duper. So hopefully we'll be able to get this sorted out. Yeah. Back to MeWe, okay. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm on MeWe. Because Google Plus is going down the road. Come over to MeWe. We're all going to be here. Nice. Okay. Back to my scanning. Now this is 1200. Now if I put this to 1600, you might as well go away and do some cooking, make a cake or something, to be really honest with you. But in theory, the image should be a lot better, especially to try and do negatives or slides or anything like that. But if you're going to do negatives or slides, you really want a custom-made scanner for that, really. Otherwise, it's just not going to work correctly. Unless you've got really, really old negatives from, say, the 40s or 30s, or 50s even. And they'll be okay. Won't be a big deal. So anyway, we're just about to finish our scan here. Bit of drinkage. There we go. To me, there's only slight differences. Very, very slight differences. Okay. So if I close that now, we don't want to save that. We'll go back to our desktop. So I minimise all that. And I've got one here, scanned at A4, and I cropped it. Looks okay. Go back again. There's another one here that I did on a higher resolution when it decides to load. It's not much difference really, is it? And the third one is the A5. That looks better to me, in all honesty. So all I will say to you, okay, if you go back, we'll go back into Simple Scan. When you are scanning your documents, please remember to set your preferences correctly. So get your page size correct before you even start. Make sure you've got the document at the right side of the printer and the right way up. And when you go to quality, pick the quality you want for the document. So I'm just going to set it back to 600s now. And I'm going to set these to default. Because it serves me correctly. Others of you may not work. It's all entirely up to you. But yeah, scanning is something we all forget sometimes, isn't it? Scan a document, and sometimes it needs to be done, especially for the state. Sneaky Linux out. I'll see you later. Bye.